You ready? Come on now, don't start tripping tripods. You already been acting crazy all week. I hope these people will hear. You know, we've been having electronic difficulties during the week. Man, come on, bro. Don't worry about it. People, I'm gonna get it, baby. Don't panic, don't panic. They call it get it right, Pastor Mike. Get it right, Pastor Mike. I don't know, be looking like it be tilted or something. I don't know. Maybe, you know, y'all know I'm half crazy. I be trying to get this stuff straight. All these tripods, electronics. I don't know. Let's go, babe. Friday. Run it Friday. And stop being greedy Friday. Stop being greedy. Give to the needy. Run it Friday. Let's go, babe. Wait. First of all, can y'all hear? Can you all hear? We have problems. We good? Okay, we good. We good, Mike. We good. We good. Let's go, babe. Get y'all something to drink. Baby's gonna be all right. Just run it Friday. Stop being greedy Friday. We're just gonna run it, right? Good morning. And how everybody feeling this morning? Pastor Mike feeling okay. I'm doing okay. We're gonna go slow. I'm gonna go slow. Running Friday. Where we going, God? Preach it on a Sunday. Break it down on a Monday. Teach it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. What I preach Sunday. Run it on a Friday of an overall on what I preached Sunday, broke down Monday, taught Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Where we gonna go, God? You know, Sunday, right? We came out of the 17th chapter of Matthew, right? Jesus coming down out of the mountain, dealing with the transfiguration, right? Dealing with Elijah and dealing with Moses, right? Dealing with James and John and Peter, right? Dealing with the man who he couldn't heal his son, right? So we're just gonna run it Friday. Keep in mind, before you can have faith, you have to have hope. So Jesus was always giving them hope, right? So in the 17th chapter of Matthew, this is why Jesus tells them, say, but y'all a faithless and perverse generation. How long I gotta put up with y'all? But watch this, people. See, when y'all reading that Bible, bring the Bible in today's time. Bring the Bible. We're gonna go slow. We're gonna go real slow. We're gonna go real slow, right? Watch this, people. Get y'all something to drink, man. It's gonna be all right. Get y'all something to drink. Okay, I got my banana in my water. And I do. My boy Zach brought me a weight bench. Cut the grass and pressure wash the church, make the church look pretty again. Cause it been hurting since the hurricane. Get back on my waist. I gotta stay right, you know. Got my water, got my banana. But listen, people, watch this. Running Friday, right? Okay. Keep in mind, we're in the 17th chapter of Matthew, right? In order to really understand the 17th chapter of Matthew, I'm going to take you into the 15th chapter of Revelation, right? Okay. Now, if I run Revelation 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22, right? Okay, that's cool. If I run Revelation 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, that's cool, right? We got that, right? Okay. Now, the reason why the 15th chapter of Revelation, because 15th chapter of Revelation is the smallest chapter in the book of Revelation, right? Okay, but watch this. We started our Sunday in the 17th chapter of Matthew, right? People, how can you have faith without hope, right? In the 24th chapter of Matthew, Jesus said, if it was possible, he would be able to fool even the elect. It's not possible. It's not possible, people. God got you for real. If it was possible, he would be able to fool even the elect, right? That's the 24th chapter of Matthew. Okay, let's back it up all the way to the 17th. In the 17th chapter, Jesus said, because of your unbelief. If you had faith the size of a mustard seed, right? Okay, now watch this, people. Before he dealt with the transfiguration, what happened in the 16th chapter? What happened in the 15th chapter? But we know in the 15th chapter they tried to change the ball game, right? People, in the 15th chapter of Matthew, Jesus letting us know how they tried to flip the scripts, right? But then they got the woman that run up on Jesus, right? And the woman was a Gentile. She was not an Israelite. She was not a Jew, right? Watch this, people. How many of us, when reading the Bible or having the Bible preached to us, we thinking about it in today's time? Stay focused. In that 15th chapter of Matthew, Jesus' mind was on his cousin John. Jesus and John was only 6 months apart. They had just murdered John. So now Jesus, coming out of Herod jurisdiction, now he's in Sodom and Tyre, he still have on his mind the loss of his little cousin. The loss of his big cousin, because John was older than Jesus, right? So now, how you expect Jesus to function when he have the loss of his cousin on his mind? Same way you feel when you lose a loved one. So now, when the lady run up on Jesus, Jesus tripping, like, say, bro, I just lost my cousin, man. And I know these people gonna try to do me next. This is why in the 17th chapter, he said, man, y'all just a perverse generation, bro. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all fake this. And then when you get in the 18th chapter, now he letting them know about what? The vineyard. Get in the 19th chapter, now he break down divorce. Get in the 20th chapter, he letting them know how great they are. Get in the 21st chapter, now we dealing with a wedding feast. Get in the 21st chapter, he coming in just like with Mark, talk about how he triumphed on that Sunday. The 22nd chapter of Matthew is about the wedding feast. The 23rd chapter of Matthew, now Jesus say, bro, watch them people. Observe them people. In the 24th chapter of Matthew, he tells us what's going to happen in the ending of time. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, ball game. You have the foolish bride. You have the talents. You have those who, what? Whatever you do to the least of them, you done to me. Whatever you didn't do to the least of them, you did not do to me. In the 15th chapter of Revelation, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. About a while back, I preached a message, your prayers expires. Brother man, how your prayers expires? Read the 15th chapter of Revelation. Read the 15th chapter of Revelation. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Once God's smoke fill the temple, nothing going out, nothing coming in. Salvation, boom. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So while we around here faking, while we around here with all little jibby jab, people, let me tell y'all something. A lot of people, it's going to be a lot of teachers starting to jump out there now as far as revelation. Why? Because God has exposed a lot of the foolishness in the church. So what's left? What left? Other than revelation. You're going to have a lot of prophets talking about, well, I see God told me, and this going to happen, and that going to happen. That's why I teach you all the way I teach you all. See, he'll tell his members, you can't eat off everybody's plate. No. Eat off everybody's plate. You know why? That way you'll be able to peep game. Jesus ain't never told them to eat off nobody else's plate. Jesus ain't never told them to listen to nobody else. How else was they going to peep game? What you think the 23rd chapter of Matthew is about? But Pastor, he got you programmed. But you can't listen to everybody. Well, how you going to know? I had a member tell me the other day, right? Said, Pastor Mike, I was at a funeral, right? I said, yeah. See, I'm sitting there listening to the pastor, right? I said, yeah. She said, man, all that what you be teaching us? I was sitting there laughing. I said, yeah. Wow. But if I tell you don't listen to nobody else, how you gonna be able to peep game? How you gonna know they with all this old faking? How you gonna know they phony? Because you gonna be able to peep game. Because you sitting at their table eating with them. Jesus sat at the Pharisees' table. He sat there and ate with them. Why? Because he wanted to really peep game what they was about. People, stay focused. John the Baptist was Jesus' big cousin. Jesus done lost his big cousin. That was on his mind, man. Just like if you lost a loved one. And here come these people. Well, you ain't got to keep. Say, bro, that was my little cousin, bro. That was my big cousin, bro. How you going to tell me how to act? Man, get out of here. Y'all so fake. According to the Bible, we're going to go right in that 24th chapter of Matthew, right? But Brother Mike, I'm going to drink my water, and I'm going to eat my banana. Say, man, how y'all want? See, that's what's wrong with us. The church done programmed y'all. Well, you got to speak like this, and you got to pronounce your S's and all your T's. And really, bro? People, it's about hope. Jesus said if it was possible, you'll be able to fool even the elect. Jesus said, I came for the lost. I came to save that which was lost. I got you, Mike. You're going to be all right. People, let me tell y'all something. You know why I got this pink on? You know why? Not just for in October or April. I had a brother call me yesterday, right? The brother called me the day before, right? He said, man, Pastor, pray for me, man. He said, man, I got a phone call. You know, my sister, man, everything done turned for the worst, right? So I just listened to him. I ain't about to be no fake pastor. I'm not about to lie to you and tell you no. I teach you to have a relationship with God, people. Right? So watch this. Brother called me back yesterday. Ooh, Pastor, man, Pastor. Well, he said, man, bro, I did what you've been telling us to do. He said, I was fasting and I was praying and I was talking to God. He said, and I got a phone call. Man, my sister, all right. Why they around you with all little faking? Get to know God, people, for yourself. I'm telling you what works. I'm telling you what works. I ain't just running my mouth. I'm telling you what works. Brother on here, he living every day. People, they've been cold-playing y'all in these churches. Y'all don't know nothing. But that's cool. That's all right. You know why? Because now God have shown up. For God said if it was possible, he'd be able to fool even the elect. In the 25th chapter of Matthew, he give us the oil, he give us the talents. What you think the talents was about, people? He gave 1 5, 1 1, 1 2. What you think the talents were? The talents was money. And Jesus said, okay, I done gave y'all the game. You want to go in 25th, in the 24th chapter of Matthew? I told y'all what's going to happen in the end of the time. You want to go in the 23rd chapter of Matthew? I told you to observe them jokers and don't be like them. You want to go in the 22nd chapter of Matthew? I told you about a wedding feast. You want to go in the 21st chapter of Matthew? That's when I came in on a donkey. You want to go in the 20th chapter of Matthew? Now I'm telling you about greatness. Where y'all want to go with the book? Where y'all want to go? This is what Jesus is telling them. People, the church been begging y'all for money for what? When he gave 1 5, 1 2, 1 1, he gave them the money. After he gave them the oil. That's why the five foolish brides, when they didn't have no oil in their lamp, they went to go try to get some oil. When they came back, he hadn't got them and gone. He ain't got them and gone. People, God said, Mike, you know what? Let me show you something. Right there. I'll probably be the only pastor to do something like this. Right there. God said, Mike, what month y'all in? I said, we're in December. He said, okay. He said, now how many more months before March? I said, January, February, March. He said, that's what I thought. He said, don't you know in March will be 24 months? I said, what, God? If 3 more months is 24, we must be in our 21st month. God said, yes. God said, Mike, I ain't going to let you outdo me. You've been out there for almost 21 months straight, and you never missed not one day of telling the people what I gave you to share with them, and you don't think I'm going to bless you? Boy, you more than blessed. Boy, you more than blessed. So why I got to play you? Why I got to play you? People, Romans 8:29 says, for those whom he have called, for those whom he have foreknew, right? Okay. Romans 8:28 says, all things work together for the good of those. Stop. Those who have been called. 29, you have been predestinated Because you have been called. If you've been called, your name is written. If your name is written, even if it was possible, it's not even possible that he can fool you. So now God is saying, say, bro, really? What are y'all tripping off of, people? Brother say, Mike, man, my sister all right. Brother was so happy. People, right now somebody dealing with cancer. They don't know what to do. And you don't know what to tell them. But you're going to run in the church and let the church play you. Really, bro? Get to know God and get to know God for yourself. I see this here, people? This here piece of paper that says, the Bible and comprehensive needs. The Bible and comprehensive needs. As we reflect on what the Bible is, it is necessary to point out that for the Christian, the Bible addresses our comprehensive needs. As we face problems, challenges, opportunities, frustration, fear, injustice, racism, sexism, classism, aspiration, and the like. The Bible addresses these and many more. I'm going to make sure y'all get this. I'm going to make sure you all get this. Being afraid, celebrating the marriage, controlling your temper, controlling your tongue, discovering God's will, celebrating graduation, facing homelessness, facing imprisonment, facing alone, facing natural disasters, entering military service. All right here, people. All right here. Brother Mike did his homework. In 11 years in that joint, I did my homework, people. See them people that was volunteering coming in there? I sat and I listened to those people. And these people gave me all type of literature. So now when I stand here, come on, man, I had nothing but 24 hours in a day to read it. Why? Because I slept the other 4 hours. That was my 24 hours in a day. Watch this, people. I'm going to make sure you get this. We're going to walk through Paul's journey. I'm going to make sure you get this. A Jewish feast. This lets you know all of those holidays as you come through the Bible, give you a better understanding. Like I say, I don't knock your Christmas, but Jesus was not born in no December, okay? I'm going to give you this. On here are all the churches. Paul's first journey and all the churches he started and all the churches he came in contact with. So as you are being taught, you have a better understanding of what's happening. People, a lot of times we be up there preaching, you don't have in mind what Jesus was going through, huh? How many of y'all ever stopped and just thought how Jesus felt when he got word that John the Baptist was killed? And that was his cousin, man. That was his cousin. So that dude was always dealing with that, people. But yeah, that say, bro, that's why the Bible say, God know what you're going through. He know how you feel. You know why? Because Jesus felt every bit of it. Lazarus, that was his boy. When Lazarus died, that was his boy. He cried. But just imagine how he felt when John the Baptist died. So now here come these people. Say, bro, right now, bro, I'm dealing with the loss of my loved one right now. He couldn't tell them people that. Because that's what happened in the 15th chapter of Matthew when that lady ran up on him. That's why he leaving from out of the jurisdiction of Herod. Now he winds up in Sodom and Tyre, and here come this woman with her problems. But guess what? He never had that kind of attitude towards the people. He got frustrated a lot, people. We're not going to teach that kind of Jesus to y'all. We just, oh, he's so holy, you got to be holy. Say, bro, if y'all don't stop all that faking, you know what holiness is? Do y'all really know what holiness is? All holiness is staying away from sin. God can't never sin. That's why he holy. I'm going to make sure you get a copy of this map. As you are being taught, you'll have a better understanding, people. I had somebody tell me a while back, Pastor Mike, I didn't know Galatians and Colossians and Ephesians were churches. I thought those were people. Wow. Wow. People, in that 15th chapter of Revelation, stay focused. Pay attention to the writings. At times it says great tribulation. At times it says tribulation. What's the difference? What's the difference? Because there's a difference. What's the difference? Yeah, we're gonna get deep, baby. We're gonna get deep. This is why I make mention of the 15th chapter of Revelation. God gonna shut the temple. That's the end for salvation. That's the end for salvation. The 16th chapter, bold judgments. Now the fall of Babylon, politics. The 17th chapter, now the fall of Babylon, religion. The 18th chapter, now the fall of Babylon, economy. The 19th chapter, oh my God, people. John, Romans, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. John, Romans, 1st and 2nd Thessalonians. John deals with the deity of Christ. Romans deal with grace and law. Grace and law. 1st and 2nd Thessalonians, don't get it confused, people. 1st Thessalonians deals with the rapture. 2nd Thessalonians deals with the second return of Christ with the church to establish righteousness. Bible, baby. Bible. 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 We're going to bring it all the way down. We're going to go slow this morning. We're going to go slow. So when they run out there with all that noise, he told the church of Philadelphia that the church of Philadelphia and the church of Smyrna is the only two churches out of the 7 churches that did not have to repent. Why? Because the church of Smyrna was a persecuted church, and the church of Philadelphia was a church with nothing but love. Jesus told the church at Philadelphia, you will not see the hour of tribulation. So that lets me know what is being said in 1st Thessalonians. Whoa, the church gonna be gone. 2nd Thessalonians, when Christ returned, he's gonna return with the church to set righteousness in order right at the last 3.5 years of the Great Tribulation. That's why it's called the Great Tribulation. Because now, I'm going to show you in the Bible. I'm going to just show you. Let me just show you. Come here, Bible. 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 I'm going to show y'all. I already know they about to jump out there with a lot of this foolishness. Y'all people, be on game. Don't never let nobody give y'all no one verse. Don't ever let nobody give you no one verse. Tell them to break down the whole chapter. Tell them to break down the whole chapter. And if anybody run up on y'all with y'all that Hebrew light, y'all Hebrew Israelite foolishness, tell them to show you documentations where medical and anything else that you come from one of those 12 children of Israel. For God turns Jacob's name from Jacob to Israel. And this is how Jacob, 12 sons, became the Israelites, because Jacob is no longer Jacob, he's Israel, and the children are the Israelites. So if you don't have no medical records, whether you came from Gad, Benjamin, Joseph, Reuben, Simeon, if you can't show me no medical records that you come from one of them children, you can't show me no medical records, but yet you want me to believe what you said, but you don't want me to believe in the risen Christ. Boy, y'all done lost y'all rabbit mind. Y'all done lost y'all. You cannot show me no medical records, but you want me to believe what you say, and I'm showing you what's written in the book, and you don't want me to. Man, y'all done lost y'all mind. Y'all done lost y'all mind. And you a Hebrew, and no, I don't know. I know I'm a child of God. I do know that. I do know that they done took 2 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, and messed up a whole lot of families. But the Bible said don't be evenly yoked with unbelievers. Well, explain it. Explain verse 17, 18, 19. Explain it. You can't. You just repeating what you heard. Man, y'all, watch this, people. If God give it to me, I show it to you. Don't I show it to you? Everything come out of my mouth, I show it to you, right? You tell me I'm a Hebrew Israelite. Well, show it to me. No, show me medical documentation. Hey, bro, we in 2021. We in 2021. You can go on the computer. Boom, 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 boom. Here you go. You come from Reuben. So fake. So fake. But yeah, you want me to follow that and believe that foolishness? Really, bro? Watch this, people. According to the Bible in the book of Revelation, I'm coming, Matthew. We're going to walk you, Matthew. Give me a second, babe. According to the Bible in the book of Revelation, and I will start at the 15th chapter. In the 15th chapter of Revelation, and I will go, where we going to go? I'm coming, Matthew. Give me a second, babe. Let's go right here. Watch this, people. Keep in mind now, the 14th chapter of Revelation deals with what? The 144,000. And the 144,000, their loyalty is to God. They can't be liars. Come here, 14th chapter. According to the Bible, and I will read, watch this. Revelation 14:4 says, these are they which were not defiled with women, for they are virgins. 144,000. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. The 144,000. Sorry, Grandpa. Sorry, Grandma. You've been sitting there and Pastor been lying to you all. Okay. These are they which were redeemed among men, being the first fruit unto God and unto the Lamb. And in their mouth was found no lie. And their mouth was found no lie. For they are without fault before the throne of God. Who? The 144,000 people. The 144,000 are going to be here during the tribulation period. Because once the great tribulation comes, that's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. The witness, they're going to be here during the first 3.5 years. Why? Because when in that 8th chapter, when that first trumpet is sound, boom, that's a wrap. Church gone. Boom. The grace of God is gone. The Antichrist people is for the ungodly, not for the godly. This is why God let the 7 churches know first. Say, man, repent, get yourself together. If y'all don't, y'all gonna get caught up with the ungodly. This is why in the 24th chapter of Matthew, he say, even if it was possible, it's not even possible that you're gonna get fooled, people. Why? All things work together for the good of those that love the Lord and those who've been called according to his purpose. But Pastor Mike, I can't read. Peter couldn't read. Pastor Mike, I read it, but I don't fully understand it. Matthew didn't fully understand it. Now what? According to Revelation, the 15th chapter, and it reads, verse 5. I start at verse 5. 16, 15, and 5. And after that I look, and behold, the temple of the tabernacle of the testimony in heaven was open. The temple of the tabernacle, the temple of God, the temple of Herod, the temple of Solomon, the temple of Zerubbabel. Study those 4 temples, people. Study those 4 temples. So when you get into Revelation, you have an understanding of the temple of the tabernacle. Watch this. Verse 6, 15 and 6 says, and the 7 angels came out of the temple. What temple? The temple of God, the temple of the tabernacle, having 7 plagues, clothed in pure and white linen, and having their breasts girded with the golden girdles. Verse 7, Revelation 15 and 7 says, and one of the 4 beasts gave unto the 7 angels 7 golden vials full of the wrath of God, the bowl judgments, because they're going to be poured out. Same thing when you go in the book of Exodus, what Moses did in front of Pharaoh when he was in Egypt. Verse 8, and the temple was filled with smoke for the glory of God and from his power. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory of God and his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple. And prayers, boom, expired. All that faking, boom, expired. But the good line preacher, he didn't know Revelation. So how he was going to teach that to you? Now, people, I told you, 2022. 2022. But yet, you made me the bad guy. I'm still standing. God ain't gonna never let the bad guy stand that long. That's why the good line preacher sitting over there. Learn to love God just as much as you love that little good line preacher. And watch what God do for your life. Jesus said, nothing shall be impossible. Brother said, man, I went to fasting and praying and talking to God, and the next day I got a call, man, my sister all right. And she gonna be all right. And you gonna be all right. All you gotta do is trust God, people. But y'all got caught up in this old airplane ministry. Y'all want to buy a Negro an airplane, and you don't have nothing. You don't feel retarded? I feel retarded for you. You gonna buy somebody an airplane and you don't have nothing. You, God, they really, Jesus, they really, what kind of world? What kind of world is this here? They gonna buy this dude an airplane and they don't have nothing. Well, that's, so you think God loved them more than he loved you? Jesus told them brothers, it's not on me to say who gonna sit on the right and who gonna sit on the left. That's not my call. So how the hell the good line preacher gonna stand in the pulpit and make a call when Jesus couldn't even make a call about where they was gonna sit in heaven? Say, Betty Joker been cold playing, y'all. I ain't finished. Watch this. And the temple was filled with smoke from the glory and from his power. And no man was able to enter into the temple till the 7 plagues of the 7 angels were fulfilled. Wow. 16th chapter. Bold judgments. Bold judgments. All 7 bold judgments are getting ready to be poured out. The last bold judgment, the battle of Armageddon. The battle of Armageddon is when Jesus returned and he wrecks this place. Do y'all think God gonna open the ground and y'all gonna fall in the ground? That's hell. Okay, well, where the hell y'all get that from? Where y'all get that from? A movie? A movie? When John clearly tells us that he's going to set this place on fire. And a new Jerusalem, a new kingdom of God is going to come down. They don't believe you, Mike. Come here, Revelation. According to the book, according to Revelation, the 20th chapter, and I will read the 9th verse. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compassed the camp of the saints, about in the beloved city. In the beloved city. In the beloved city. What is the beloved city? According to Revelation 21:10 says, and he carried me away in the spirit to the great and high mountain and showed me the great city, the whole of Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God. 20th chapter, he says, and they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. What God? Mike. I already done sent the New Jerusalem down. Boom. What Jesus told Peter, and the gates of hell shall not prevail. Well, y'all better call these good line preachers and tell them they need some explaining to do to y'all. I'll read it again. Revelation 20:9. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and compassed the camp of the saints about in the beloved city. Where were the saints? In the beloved city. This is after the 1,000 years of the millennium. And fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them. Who? All of those who were on the earth. Verse 10, Revelation 20:10 says, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. But God, they told us we going to hell. Well, Michael, what is the hell wrong with them? I don't know. And they went to Bible college. They went to seminary to teach all that foolishness. Okay, well, who lying? God or them? Somebody lying. Because it ain't adding up. Verse 11, Revelation 20:11. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away. Why, God? Jesus, you say, yeah, I didn't come to destroy the law. I can't fulfill the law. But let me tell you something. Heaven and earth gonna pass away. Isn't that what you said? You said it also when we get in the 24th chapter of Matthew. Heaven and earth gonna pass away, right? Peter, you said heaven and earth gonna pass away, right? Okay. So, you good line preacher, well, y'all know y'all gotta give, because we kingdom building, and we need some money to build the kingdom of God. How? When the kingdom of God is already built. The great city, the holy Jerusalem, that's going to come down from heaven. Just played y'all any kind of way. And I saw the great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heavens fled away. And there was found no place for them. Who? The old heaven and the whole earth. God, in the beginning, which was created. With the word, I created the heavens and the earth. So if you wanted to get rid of it, you could get rid of it, right? Mike. Heaven and earth will pass away before one jot or one jittle of my word fail, Mike. I ain't finished. Watch this. Revelation 20:12. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before God. And the books were open. And another book was open, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. Jesus, who are the dead? Who are the dead? Mike. The dead are those who didn't die in me. For is it not said in 1 Thessalonians that the dead in Christ shall rise first? Baba. Y'all know Baba. Verse 13. And the sea gave up the dead. What? For Jesus. 2 Thessalonians said, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Mike, the sea gave up the dead. Oh, so God, that's what you was talking about when you told Adam if he touched that tree, he would surely die. Yes, Mike. Physical death, spiritual death, and now he's dealing with eternal death. Death is death. Boom. Bible, baby. And the sea gave up the dead, which were in it. So if I didn't die in Christ, and I drowned in the river somewhere, and they never found me, when this time comes, the sea gonna give me up? Right, that's what it says. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm good, babe. And the death in hell deliver up the dead. Hold up now, Jesus. How death in hell gonna give up the dead? Man, go back and read about the rich man. Where the rich man went? He went to hell. Where did Lazarus go? In Abraham's bosom. Oh, okay. So that was hell then. Yeah, man. So if hell giving up the dead, and now the dead is going to go in the lake of fire, well, what the hell the good line preacher been teaching? Oh, boy, boy. I ain't finished. Watch this. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged in every man according to their works. And death, Revelation 20 and 14, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. What, Jesus? What? I'll read it again. Revelation 20 and 14. Death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. This is eternal death. So how you going to hell if hell is cast into the lake of fire? I'll wait. Fix it. I'll wait. Fix it. Fix it up however you want to fix it. Because I'm going to show you something in Matthew in a second. But fix it. Come in, Matthew. According to Matthew, I'm coming Romans, so let me go to Matthew first. Come in, Matthew. According to Matthew, watch this, people. In Matthew, the 24th chapter, as we prepare for the 15th chapter of Revelation, Jesus says, where we going? I'll start at verse 21. Matthew 24 and 21 says, for then shall the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days shall be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. For who, Jesus? For the elect's sake. Wow. Jesus. John, you wrote, but you said it, that your Father is the vineyard. You the vine, we the branch. And your Father, he purges that branch that bears no fruit, right? Okay. So all of those that are in you, God will call them home before he let him have them. Yes, Mike. That's why he purges and he cuts you off and he take you with you. So when we die, who were in you, and we wasn't bearing fruits, God take us home to him, right? Okay, cool. That worked for me then, baby. Bible. If I'm lying, come show me. If I'm lying, come show me. You can't. So sit down with some of that foolishness. According to the Bible, verse 23, then if many shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe it not. Believe it not. Why, Jesus? He read it, Mike. Verse 24. For there shall arise false Christs, there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, what Jesus? Insomuch people, if it was possible, if it was possible, it's not possible. Because Jesus told us in the 17th chapter, nothing should be impossible. Now Jesus is giving them so much hope. Jesus say, bro, if it was possible, he would fool even the elect. But it's not possible. If it was, if God knew that he would do that, God would shorten it even more. For there shall arise false Christ. Are y'all watching out for the false Christ? Are y'all paying attention to the false Christ? And their false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. If it was possible. That's all the hope in the world, people. It's not possible for him to deceive you like that. This is why when Jesus come out of the mountain, he was so upset with them. Say, man, why y'all is a faithless and perverse generation. Say, bro, I gotta keep, say, bro, what more I gotta do for y'all, bro? You around here, you want to pour oil everywhere. What's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You putting your hands all on the little boy. I don't know what you was doing to the little boy. You got the little child turning around. Well, how you know all that? Jesus, the man told me that. The man told me that. So I asked the man. I said, man, what happened? He said, man, you got dude, he tried pouring all that oil on my son, him, he got my son turning around in circles. He done put his hands all on my child. Say, bro, Jesus, I just wanted them to heal my son, bro. So, I mean, you know, I'm hurting, Jesus. Jesus said, bro, that's the kind of foolishness y'all out here doing. Jesus told the evil spirit, come out that little boy. Come out that little boy. Hey, man, take your son, bro. Take your son. Go ahead, babe. Bring that Bible in today's time. Help me to really understand what was happening. You got this mother, you got this father, them brought their child to the church, and the church can't even help them. A faithless and perverse generation. And all the stuff my dude was going through, he still made sure that they was all right. You ain't never heard Jesus complaining about John the Baptist. And he loved John the Baptist. But he knew if they killed John, boy, I'm next. But you got these old fake jokers today, they won't complain about everything. Hey, you know, Pastor, excuse me, Pastor's not feeling good this morning, so we're not going to say, man, get your little fake self away from me. You fake. Come here, Romans. Come here, Romans. I'm coming, Matthew. I'm coming. We're gonna walk through that, babe. We're gonna walk through that. We gotta walk through that, Matthew. According to Romans 8. I'll start at 29. Why not? People, you're gonna be all right. Believe that. You know why? Romans 8 and 29 says, for whom he did foreknow, he also predestinated to be conformed to the image of his Son. In the beginning, God created male and female. And we were made in the image of God. He formed Adam as a man, but we were created in the image of God. Formed in the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Verse 30. Romans 8 and 30. Moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. Why? Romans 8 and 28 says, we know that all things work together for the good of them that God love, that love God, and to them whom are called according to his purpose. Right? Romans 8:28 tells us that we've been called according to his purpose. Romans 30 says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called, them he also justified, and he also justified them, he also glorified. Why? Because he had called us to this, people. This is why the Bible says he will never leave you nor forsake you. People, get to know God and get to know God for yourself. See, come next year, a lot of stuff gonna be exposed. A lot of stuff is gonna be exposed. How they been faking in the church, man. You know why? Because a lot of people gonna be raised up and they gonna be everywhere. False Christ, false prophets, signs and wonders. How you gonna know who is who if you don't know God? Because as you see, a bunch of jokers out here jibby jabbing. A bunch of them jibby jabbing. But how you gonna know? You know how you gonna know? Like the brother said, Pastor Mike, man, I did what you've been telling us. I fasted and prayed. Man, my sister all right now. He said his word won't return to him void, people. David said this. This is what David said. David said the footsteps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord. And though they fall, they should not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth them with his hand. David said, I was young, but now I'm old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor is seed begging bread. For the Lord is ever merciful, and he lendeth, and his seed is blessed. This is the heritage of the Lord. Well, what's the problem then? What's the problem? There is none, people. If the footsteps of the righteous are ordered by the Lord, according to the 5th chapter of Romans, we are made righteous because of Christ. But what's the problem? Don't worry about you can't read. Don't worry about God gonna break it all the way down where even that child can understand it. That's why, people, not because of what you're doing for God, all things work together for the good of those. Because God loved you, and God called you, and he predestinated you because he foreknew you. This is why